Every news channel in every city and every country reports on revolution this and terrorism that. Societies become increasingly aware of social unrest occurring worldwide. It is constantly being reported on, and sometimes individuals are learning information about the unrest through the use of social media as opposed to news sources. The growing presence and availability of social media in people's lives is allowing more world news to be spread faster than ever before. This research shows a content analysis of varying social media sources and the contents therein, as well as the nature of who's posting. The aim of this research is to take a look at the new phenomenon of local unrest being spread worldwide. We decided that we would research, for all modern revolutions, what is the relationship between social media use and revolutionary awareness. We decided that we would focus on 3 very popular revolutions: Egypt, Syria, and Ukraine, and one little-known revolution, Iceland, to show how social media spread global awareness of the revolutions. From our findings, we found a correlation between many of our variables. We examined the following hypotheses. In order to gather the data needed to find the answers to our hypotheses, we coded each post for certain qualities that they either possessed or lacked, and to what degree. These are listed on the slide here. We utilized systematic random sampling by selecting every third unit. We coded 75 units per revolution per social media site, so we ended up with 300 posts per social media site. Here we could code for the use of an external source. Here we could code for the use of the local language of the revolution. Here we could code for the reaction of the post by adding the likes and comments together. Here we could code for the negative tone of the post. Here, the date line allowed us to code for the location of the post. Here, we coded for the mixed tone of the post. Here, we could code for the explicitness of the post. We coded 238 posts total. The first hypothesis was not supported, meaning that there was no difference in the level of reaction in posts coming from the different countries. The second hypothesis was also not supported. We actually discovered that although men post more overall, women actually posted more about the Middle East than Europe. The third hypothesis was supported, meaning that extremely explicit posts had greater reactions than those less explicit. And the fourth hypothesis was supported. The fifth hypothesis was only marginally supported, meaning there was only a slightly more reaction from the younger posters. The sixth hypothesis was supported, the seventh hypothesis was supported, and the eighth hypothesis was supported. This chart is the visual representation of the findings of the first hypothesis. Although some countries have a higher average reaction rate than the others, there is not enough of a clear trend with any one country to support our hypothesis. This chart puts a visual on the results of our second hypothesis. Here you can see that men are posting more than women overall about the 2 regions. However, you can see when you look at only the results of the women posting, it is clear that they are posting more about the Middle East than Europe. This chart puts a visual on the results of the fifth hypothesis. Here shows the average reaction levels of posts coming from young adults, middle-aged adults, and older adults. It is clear that the younger adults have a stronger reaction rate than the other 2 categories, but it is not strong enough to support the hypothesis totally. Based off these findings, the media and political figures need to place more of a focus on women participating within the revolutions to facilitate their expansion and grow a strong presence in society, stepping out from their traditional role behind a man. In relation to external sources, for a post about a revolution to have a greater impact on its audience, posters need to include videos, photos, etc. to bring more attention to the overreaching point.